You've been married to your wife for less than a year, but you've been together for a solid 10 years and living together for 8. The two of you have worn wedding bands ever since she proposed about 6 years ago, even though your actual wedding was postponed multiple times due to life events like school schedules and venue cancellations. Your relationship has always felt stable, and you consider her the love of your life. A couple of days ago, your wife came home from shopping and mentioned that a cashier had hit on her, possibly even asking her out. She thought it might have been because she wasn't wearing her wedding ring that day. You weren't particularly worried or threatened by this because your relationship has always been strong. In fact, you've both found it amusing in the past when others flirt with her. The next day, you were about to leave for the movies when you noticed she wasn't wearing her wedding ring again. You asked, admittedly in a tone that wasn't pleasant, "So, do you not wear your wedding ring in public anymore?" She seemed taken aback, but said she had just forgotten to put it on. She then went inside to put it on before you left for the theater. Even though you watched the movie and appeared to enjoy it, the mood shifted once you got back to the car. When you asked how she was doing, she said, "I have a headache because of you." She explained that she didn't appreciate you bringing up her forgetting to wear the ring, emphasizing that it was a simple mistake. She felt hurt by your comment, saying she's human and sometimes forgets things. She then went on to say that she's an attractive woman, and people are going to hit on her regardless of whether or not she's wearing a ring. She insisted that the cashier probably wouldn't have noticed the ring anyway and added that she, as a person, is not defined by whether or not she wears her wedding band. After some more tense conversation, you both drove home mostly in silence. Later, she apologized for snapping at you, and you accepted her apology. Even though the issue seemed minor at first, you were startled by how defensive she became when discussing it. You don't suspect she's been deliberately not wearing the ring, or that there's any infidelity. This was the first time you noticed her without it, and that's only because she brought up the cashier incident. However, her strong reaction has left you unsure of how to process the situation. You're also aware that your tone during the initial comment might have triggered her reaction. You realize that you never really discussed the significance of wearing the rings in public. While some people don't wear their wedding bands for practical reasons like discomfort or fear of damage, this hasn't been an issue for you before. They planned to ask their wife about her feelings toward wearing the rings, as they were unaware that not wearing them was common in some relationships. The author expressed an openness to wearing their rings less frequently, but was concerned about their wife's defensiveness on the topic. They hoped that her defensiveness was rooted in the negative way they had treated her before they left home. After their post gained significant attention, the author was surprised by the variety of responses they received. They took time to read as many comments as possible, noting that while some were extreme, labeling the author as controlling or accusing the wife of infidelity, most feedback centered on a few key themes. They recognized that their passive-aggressive comment at the start of the day had been inappropriate and likely affected the mood for the rest of the day, contributing to the tense exchange later. Additionally, the author learned that many married couples do not wear their wedding rings regularly, which was a stark contrast to their upbringing, where their parents never took off their rings. This realization helped them understand the diverse attitudes toward wedding rings in different relationships. The author also acknowledged their naive belief that wearing a wedding ring would deter others from hitting on their spouse. They shared that when they were single, they would check for rings before pursuing someone, emphasizing their disdain for those who flirt with married individuals. In the update, the author described a conversation they had with their wife after she returned home from work. They began by apologizing for their tone and snarky question from the previous day, which their wife appreciated. They then expressed their feelings of being triggered when hearing about an instance where their wife was hit on by a cashier, which led to the earlier defensiveness. Their wife asked if they wanted her to tell them about instances of flirting, to which the author responded that they were open to hearing about it, but it was ultimately her choice. They acknowledged that, given her beauty, it likely happened frequently. The couple then discussed why the wife felt offended in the car after the movie. She explained that she was not feeling well and did not appreciate the insinuation that her failure to wear her ring caused her to be hit on. The wife shared that forgetting to wear the ring occasionally is normal, and that she still wanted to wear it in public. The author acknowledged that they had never discussed what the rings symbolized in their relationship. They expressed willingness to wear the rings less often if it made her more comfortable, but their wife reassured them that she wanted to continue wearing hers in public. Overall, the conversation led to a resolution, with both partners feeling relieved and appreciative of the opportunity to communicate openly. The author expressed gratitude for the diverse perspectives shared in the online thread, which helped them gain insights into their marriage dynamics. They found that while not every comment was helpful individually, the collective feedback revealed clear trends that were beneficial to their understanding of the situation.